Right.
Where have you been, Baz?
We have wheels.
Woohoo!
We're free.
How long for?
A week.
It's Thursday today and we are applying for residency in Turkey so that we can stay here over winter. Hey Baz, what documents do we need, love?
Well, we're going to get the short-term resident permit application form filled in and signed, and a photocopy of our passport with all the relevant pages, including the page with the visa, the Turkish visa on it. We need 4 biometric photos. We also need to prove that we've got sufficient and sustainable resources for the duration of the stay. Basically, you need a wad of cash. And we also vitally need health insurance. So this morning's mission is to go and get health insurance and 4 photographs, and then we're using a translator to help us fill out the form. So we're going to go meet the translator with all our documents. He'll fill out the form and then we'll get all that sent off, and then eventually they will send us a message saying, hey, you need to be in this town, in this office at this time, at which point we will hire a car for a week and make that part of the car hire week when we get the thumbs up for our 12-month residency in Turkey. Well, that was quick and easy, and it cost
35 lira each.
Which
70.
is 70, so it's less than $20 each.
Yeah. No,
less than $20 altogether.
Yeah, that's fairly quick.
Proper biometric photo, so not just your standard snapshot of a passport photo.
Yeah.
It does all sorts of weird stuff in the background to them.
Yeah, and he cut them up for us too.
Yeah.
So that's
Next stop, insurance.
Oh, wow, that was expensive.
Well, it wasn't too bad. Took a little while just to get the paperwork processed. Obviously, there's a lot of questions to be answered and all that sort of stuff.
But they fill it out for you.
They do it all for you, yeah. So that cost 1,500 Turkish lira, which is just shy of 400 Australian dollars. So it's just under 200 Australian dollars each. It's a 1-year insurance. It's non-refundable if we leave in, say, 3 months, which is roughly the plan, because the Turkish residency is kind of like there for 12 months. So the Turkish residency, whether you're in Turkey or not, is still valid for 12 months, and therefore you have to have your medical insurance valid for 12 months.
It is refundable if we don't get our residency, providing we can show them the paperwork, they can cancel the policy. So.
Yeah. So that was that step. Now we're going to the translator guy's office, and he's going to fill out all of the application form for the residency and input all of the information that we've got here in our little folders.
Yeah.
So that's the next step.
Yeah.
Well, that took about an hour and a half to fill out all the paperwork online and get some photocopies of the documents that we're going to need when we go to our appointment in Kemer, which is slightly north of here, on Tuesday, December the 18th.
His birthday.
Very auspicious day, because it's also the day that we left Australia
Last year.
So we're just a week away from our anniversary of leaving Australia.
Yeah.
So now it's nearly midday, and I can smell some good smells. Can you smell?
So can. We haven't had breakfast yet.
So we're going to, I don't know, probably find a Donna Durham place and sit down and have that for a late breakfast.
Sounds like a plan.
Slightly early lunch. So the wheels of industry are in motion, and we'll find out whether we get approved or not next Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think the universe will look after us.
Yep.
It always does.
his birthday today, and I've got a few little presents for him, nothing like he bought me. Happy birthday, love.
Thank you. Shouldn't have to get up this early on your birthday.
No.
That's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, 6 o'clock in the morning now. But we are going to Kemer today. That's a 2.5 hour drive away. My favourite chocolate snack. Do you like them?
You did say you didn't want me to buy you anything, but I couldn't not buy you anything, so...
I understand that. Crikey, how much wrapping's on this one? Ooh, look at that.
Feel them on the inside, they're nice and soft.
Ooh. Might wear them today when I'm driving.
Yeah, and they've got
the touchy-feely for
touch
screen
gloves.
things.
Look. Do they fit okay?
They do, yeah.
Oh, good.
All I need now is a motorbike. Is there a motorbike in here?
Yeah, it's a blow-up one.
Oh, and a scarf as well. Look at that. I'll take this to bed and go back to bed. Can I go back to bed now?
No, you can't. I had to get up. You have to get up.
I want to go back to bed. Oh, thank you.
Good.
It is chilly here in Turkey at this time of the day. It gets nice, when the sun comes up. If the sun comes out, from behind the clouds, but it's chilly at this time of morning.
But I have noticed you're looking like you're a little bit cold around the edges when we go for walks.
Yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Right, let's get our paperwork together and get this show on the road.
Okay.
Kemer, here we come.
Woohoo!
Months ago to the day, I remember looking down at those mountains from the aeroplane and seeing the snow and the valleys with no snow, and just thinking how impressive it was. It's just quite strange to be looking at it today from down here 12 months on. So when you come to Kemer to put your paperwork in and for them to check that you are who you are with the visually looking at you and your passport, you need to come to this part of Kemer, and you can park here. At this time of year you can park here quite easily and for free, and this is the town hall building. So you need to go around that corner there and tuck around the corner to the office to put your paperwork in, and we'll show you where that is as we walk around the corner. If you do get lost, there is a tourist information place, but this is very, very simple. And this is the building here. Just go in the door at the end at your appointed time and get the job done.
But while we're walking, do you want to hear the good news? We've both got Turkish residency for 12 months.
Yeah.
Yay.
So all our paperwork was fine.
Yeah.
Everything was in order.
Yeah, very nice people.
Yeah. It took about 45 minutes for both of us to be processed.
Yeah.
So they'll now issue us with our little residency card, which will be mailed to cash, but we have a temporary piece of paper that we can carry around with us, and basically it gives us 12 months residency in Turkey with as many entry and exits as we would require.
Yeah.
So that's good. Now
great.
we're going to find somewhere to have breakfast at midday, and I'm going to have a birthday beer.
Good for you. Hey, it was a pretty good birthday present, wasn't it, to get residency?
Absolutely, yeah. Great
All
present.
right.
All right. Here in Kash and the surrounding areas, we are constantly surrounded by ancient history because, as we've mentioned previously, Kash sits on the Lycian Way and was in fact a very predominant town in the times of the Lycian civilization. Right here behind me is a part of that Lycian history, right next door to a power generating station, or transformer room I guess it would be called, and of course Kash Harbour. Now, while this tomb may be hidden in plain sight, so to speak, there is something else in Kash that is very hidden, and it wasn't until recently that it was rediscovered. It is in fact a 5th century cistern that lies right over there underneath Smiley's restaurant. So come inside Smiley's and let's take a look at this ancient history hidden in plain sight. Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Again, you got to watch your step coming down to this thing. It's a little bit of a steep climb, but well worth the effort once you see what's inside. How good is this? This cistern was carved out of one single solid piece of bedrock, and it's held up by 7 pillars. It measures 12 meters from this end to that end, and 6 meters from this side to that side. So a monumental task just digging this thing out, or carving this thing out of solid rock. Originally, it was one of several cisterns in the area which all led up towards the amphitheatre, which is just on the hill around the other side of Kash. And its original use was for storing water. Over the years, it's being used for storing vegetable oil, wine, and even in the building above it, there was stored palamut oak, which was a locally grown, very strong timber. So this cistern dates back to the 5th century BC, and when it was rediscovered, they found a lot of these amphorae down here, and quite a lot of them are still on display. So if you do ever find yourself in Kash, make sure you call into Smiley's and ask if you can have a look at this cistern. It is brilliant. Hidden in plain sight. Smiley's also gets very, very busy, and all of the tables here out at the front of the house and outside on the terrace do fill up very fast. But even if you see those tables full, you can always come out the back here where there is another room. This back room was where we had our first meal at Smiley's when we first arrived in Kash. And as you can see, plenty more tables out the back, so don't be put off by not enough tables out the front. And just like many businesses in Turkey, the father of the Turks, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, is featured predominantly on the walls and celebrated throughout the country. Very forward-thinking guy. As it's already Thursday, Ansha is back on the boat, and she's editing away furiously in order to get this Saturday's video out, which will include this footage. But we're going to give ourselves some time off tonight and we'll call into Smiley's when it's a bit busier and have a beer, or maybe a wine, maybe even some of that special fish. And what we're about to eat is one of the main reasons a lot of people come to Smiley's. The fish, fresh every day and cooked to perfection. Next week on Sailing ABC, we share with you what we got up to on Christmas Eve on our friend Jens's yacht. To make sure you don't miss that episode, click on the subscribe button now and remember to click the bell icon. Thanks for watching and take it easy.